Drake Maye, 6'4", 230-pound, 5-star quarterback out of Charlotte, North Carolina. He was once committed to play for Alabama and follow in the footsteps of Bryce Young. Instead, Drake Maye decided to stay home in front of the home crowd. But in today's video, we're going to find out what would have happened if Drake Maye would have stayed with Alabama. Now here's man of the video himself, Drake Maye, new quarterback for Alabama. This was a rumor that swirled around the entire offseason that Drake Maye was actually going to transfer to Alabama. He didn't. He stuck it out. You know, just what a guy. What a non-sellout Drake Maye is for staying with North Carolina. Although I do think he would have done incredible things with this Alabama team. But as a Texas Longhorns fan, me and Bevo here are quite thankful that he didn't go there, because that might have gone a little bit differently. But this is Drake Maye. We're going to go over his ratings in this. I basically pulled in the stats and overall from the Operation Sports roster and made it my own, projecting kind of similar to how Drake Maye plays the game. So we've got 81 speed, 96 acceleration. Acceleration matters more than speed in this game. And he can get upfield pretty quickly. He's not the fastest quarterback in the world. That's why the 81 speed is there. 85 awareness. I had to bring the overall down just a little bit because, in my opinion, Drake Maye is one of the most accurate and one of the stronger arms in the country. Not the strongest because, you know, you got your Joe Miltons, you got guys like that. He has a very strong arm. He's 6'4", 230 pounds. It's just a rocket. That's what it is. Let's be honest with ourselves. Drake Maye has a rocket of an arm. So we gave him 94 throw power. I feel like that's fair. I feel like the only guy above 94 is really going to be like Joe Milton. Maybe there's some other guys. Throw accuracy. He's one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the country. So we gave him 90 throw accuracy. I feel like that is a fair mark. And what are the goals of this video before we hop into the schedule and things of that nature? It's just to save this 2023 Alabama roster that has so much talent littered all around it. Like, we can even look at the depth chart here. You got Kool-Aid McKinstry. You got J.C. Latham. You got Dallas Turner, one of the best pass rushers in the country. Will Reichard, one of the better kickers. Ja'Cory Brooks. There's guys littered throughout this roster that are very good players. Is this the best Alabama team we've ever seen? No, it's not. But the talent is much more than what it is showing right now. Now, do I think Texas would have, come out there and beat them? Under circumstances, Texas is a very good roster. I know we just played a close game with Wyoming. They're looking ahead because they've got Baylor, they got Kansas, who's actually very good, and then they've got Oklahoma. So they're looking ahead. They literally went out there without a game plan, kind of like they did against Rice. But enough talking about my Longhorns. Alabama is still a talented roster, and I think what they need is a quarterback like Drake Maye that could set them over to the edge, because in recent memory, what has Alabama been? They've actually been quarterback dependent. This is not typical for Nick Saban to be so quarterback dependent, but he has made it to that point. And you know what? Use your imagination. Drake Maye, big NIL deal, Mercedes to Nashville, got him a Benz, got him a G-Wagon, got him hooked up, and let's hop into the schedule. So for the schedule, we tried to mimic real life as best as we could within the structure of NCAA. There is a way to download actual schedules, but I'm not going to do that because, it's a low effort production around here. But we've got MTSU, Texas coming into our house. And then we've got Texas A&M, which they do play in real life, just at a different point during the season. UAB, can't play USF. So you know what? Let's play, let's send UAB a little bit of money. In-state school. We got Ole Miss, Kentucky, Arkansas, Tennessee, LSU, Mississippi State. The yearly matchup with the Citadel. And then we've got the Iron Bowl, which is away, which is actually how it is in real life. So, there's your realism if you were looking for it. So we're going to hop right into this. I'm going to show a lot of highlights from each individual game. That's the style for this video. This is the first time I've uploaded one of those. That's why I'm giving you a reason for it. Coming in right here, we've got our home opener. We're going to be going up against MTSU. Anything less than a blowout in this one is just wrong. Let's be honest with ourselves. Here on 1st and goal, Drake Maye has had a nearly perfect opening drive, and it just continues with a beautiful 7-yard touchdown to Isaiah Bond right over the middle. Like I said, anything less than a blowout would have been a disappointment. Drake Maye is going to go absolutely berserk against MTSU with 631 yards passing. That was actually a lot of simulation. I didn't even play the second half, but Drake Maye, he played in the second half. He put up some stats. 631 yards passing is a little ridiculous. Drake Maye's on Heisman pace already. Here we are in week 2, number 3 Alabama playing number 11 Texas here in Bryant-Denny Stadium. A game that Texas dominated in real life. Now, they didn't dominate it from the first snap of the ball, but they out-physicaled Alabama, which I don't think literally anyone's done in Nick Saban's era past like 07. I know they've lost games. They've lost games in like air raid kind of fashions and whatnot. They haven't been out-physicaled like that. Here on this first drive, we're going to try and just right all the wrongs that were there for Alabama in real life. And we're starting it off hot with a Jermaine Burton reception. It's in the rain, so this might be a little bit more run heavy in this one, but it's just going to be really the highlights, and we're going to get some passing highlights because we're not going to let rain stop. There we go. That is going to be the first touchdown for us in this first quarter. Drake Maye, he's starting to put it together a little bit. It's not really been Drake Maye's fault. The receivers just cannot hang on to the football in this one at all. Here on second and goal, we're going to try and use that massive frame that Drake Maye has. He's going to jump over the line, and he's going to be caused to do a literal backflip. Love to see it, but we do take the lead in this one. That's going to be a beautiful pass over the top. It's going to be going to Malik Benson. Alabama's going to take the lead right back. Drake Maye, he has definitely picked up the performance that was lacking early in the first quarter. First snaps of the second half here. We're going to actually go straight over the top. It's going to be Ja'Cory Brooks again into the end zone. It's going to be a 54-yard touchdown reception. Plays like that weren't happening with Jalen Milroe. That's going to be another touchdown right there to Ja'Cory Brooks. Of all suspects, he has been dominating in this one, and so has the Tide. To wrap this one up, it's going to be another 500-plus passing yard performance. 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions for Drake Maye in just a pure domination of Texas. It seems like getting an actual quarterback is a major difference when you're, not out here with actual Tommy Reese and not out here with Jalen Milroe, as they're going to blow Texas out pretty much by 20 points, 56-36 in this one. Coming into week 3, this was a trap that Alabama fell into a few seasons back where Jimbo got a hold of them. I believe they were without Bryce Young in that game. May or may not be wrong on that. I can't remember, but I know that A&M was able to beat them in that one. And you know what? We're going to come out here with Drake Maye and hope that that's not a thing. On the first play of the game, A&M's getting aggressive and they're trying to press. We're going to go to Ja'Cory Brooks over the top, and that's going to be an easy, wide open touchdown. Ja'Cory Brooks is leading the nation receiving, and Drake Maye is leading the nation in passing. This is the dynamic quarterback that Alabama needed to follow up Bryce Young. First and 10, that's going to be a strike over the middle. It's going to go to Isaiah Bond to take a 2-score lead early in the first quarter. Drake Maye is absolutely airing the Aggies out. They keep running a lot of press coverage, a lot of just weird coverage in general that's just not working. Oh, that's going to be a strike over the top to Benson on 3rd and 10 right there. Pressure in Drake Maye's face, and he's going to send it down the field. It's going to be a 90-yard touchdown. This is looking like a blowout right here. This looks like a dominant Alabama team. Right here, we're in a little bit of an intense situation. So I started to simulate because we were blowing them out so bad, but now we're not. And now we are going to have a touchdown that should be the game winner if our defense can just hold up. Come on, Saban. I gave you a quarterback. I'm the new OC. Tommy Reese got his bum ass out of here. Let's make something happen. I did not throw 5 picks before you say that. I didn't do it. Don't comment it. In the end, Alabama is going to pick up the victory here in College Station. It was a tough fought battle. We had them blown out, but I started simulating, and Nick Saban, he just can't coach defense apparently. I don't know what to tell you. 41-36 though. We're gonna go over the stats here for Drake Maye since it didn't pop it up in the post game, all that kind of fun stuff. 26 for 50, almost 600 yards, 4 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. I threw 1, the CPU threw 4. So wrap your brain around that. Just when I thought I could trust simulating and not playing in the UAB game, we go ahead and drop down to 3-1 after losing to UAB. We got EA'd in this video. We're still going to make a push for the playoffs, but we're going to fall from the number 2 spot because we lose to UAB. Coming in after Alabama shits the bed and loses to UAB, we are playing Ole Miss. Good old Lane Kiffin, the guy who scores 40 points in every third quarter, or every fourth quarter, I apologize, to ruin everyone's betting fun. Oh, that's going to be a massive run here by Drake Maye, showing off the wheels. He's not totally known for him, but Drake Maye, he's a decent runner. He's not like Lamar Jackson, but we can call him Vanilla Vic for right now. Oh, it's going to be wide open to Benson, and we're going to be getting into the end zone early in this one. It's going to make it a 7-3 ball game. This game was just, as a lot of the games we played, except for UAB, a blowout. We're going to come out here and pick up the victory. There's the play of the game right there, going to Bond, I believe. Ugh. It was a rough game here for Ole Miss. It was 59-31 in this one. We're going to go over the stats, see how Drake Maye was performing in this one. 451, 7 touchdowns, 1 interception. And he even picked up 40 on the ground with another touchdown. This game versus Kentucky was exactly what we anticipated. It was a blowout. That's truly what we were looking for. Drake Maye continues his Heisman campaign here in this season. 425 yards, 5 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He put up another touchdown on the ground. Just go ahead and give the guy the Heisman already. He's gonna win it. Let's be honest with ourselves. Coming into week 8, we've got a top 20 SEC matchup between Arkansas and Alabama. Arkansas is number 19. We're number 12. I feel like we're just in a higher class as a team. So why not just come out here and blow out Arkansas, get our ranking back up after we lost it? Shout out to UAB again. At the end of this one, it was nothing less than a blowout over Arkansas. Drake Maye, the Heisman campaign, it just continues. 400 yards is the minimum for Drake Maye. He picks up 3 touchdowns and another one on the ground. Like I said, just go ahead and give the man the Heisman already. Nobody else is going to win it. Coming into, what is it, week 9 at this point? We are playing bitter rival, the Tennessee Volunteers. They're coming in at 2-4 right now, looking for an upset here. They haven't won here in, God, how long has it been? I don't know. I'm from East Tennessee. I don't remember them ever winning here. Gonna go over the middle. It's gonna be Benson. And if we can hit the extra point, we will take the lead back in this one. Drake Maye has a pretty solid completion percentage on the day. It's not a bad day. You just don't need to be in this close of a game, but it is Tennessee. They're always going to play it close. Going over the top right here. This could be Drake Maye's Heisman moment. Under 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. We just need the defense to hold up. If they give up a touchdown, we're going to lose here to Tennessee, but that could have been the dagger right there. After taking the final knee in this one, it was nothing short of being a classic here against the Tennessee Volunteers. It was a close game all the way through, but Drake Maye, he had his Heisman moment where he hit Jermaine Burton over the top, stretching the defense, 38-34 over the Vols, 4 touchdowns. His first game under 400 passing yards. He only had 2 on the ground. I'm going to take a wild guess that majorly improved Alabama offensive line probably didn't help him out a lot. Here again, back at Bryant-Denny Stadium, we are taking on LSU right here. Back-to-back rival games. We had a bye week in between, so we're not suffering that badly through the pain, but we've got LSU here. This is another game where LSU's 5-4 on the season. We need to just come out here and dominate. With another game where it's been getting close down the stretch, we're going to take the lead on LSU right here in the fourth quarter again. It's all about these fourth quarters right here, and we're going to go for 2 on this one. Going for 2 to make it a touchdown game. We're going to go up the middle with Drake Maye right there. Well, not really up the middle. It's kind of to the right. We'll get hit by Harold Perkins. Hopefully, Drake Maye is okay. Fourth quarter right here. It's going to be a lob over the top. It's going to be Ja'Cory Brooks down the sideline to make it 35-21. Go ahead and stretch that lead in this one. LSU has used all of their timeouts. It's 3rd and 6 right here. It's the play to put away LSU if you can pick up a first down, and they do with ease. It's going to be a 16-yard reception to Malik Benson, and that's going to seal it. Like I said, that is going to seal it. It's going to be 35-28 here in Tuscaloosa, picking up a victory over rival LSU. Drake Maye is going to get player of the game, 29 for 47, 456 yards, I believe it was, and 2 touchdowns himself. Huge day right here. Just got to continue sweeping these SEC opponents to make it to the SEC championship. Here in week 12, we have our first road game in what feels like an eternity. It's going to be at Mississippi State. They are in the top 25, so this is going to be a top 25 SEC matchup that, I'm going to be honest, we're going to need to win. And win is exactly what the Tide are going to do here. 37-21. I didn't even show any highlights from this game because it was just a snoozer. It really was. 22 for 39, 266, 2 touchdowns. Jason McClellan was the highlight player of the day. Drake Maye, I mean, he had a pretty good game, but it was truly a snoozer. Here in week 13, prior to the Iron Bowl, we are going up against the Citadel. Go ahead and comment a score prediction down below. You're probably not going to see any highlights from this one. This one needs to be 100-0. So it wasn't 100-0 to close this one out, but it was 59-21. I don't like the fact that the Citadel put up that many points against us, but Drake Maye continues his Heisman campaign, 81% completion percentage, 444 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 1 interception. No rushing touchdowns or anything of that nature, but he did pick up 15 extra yards on the ground for all of you quarterback running enthusiasts. Here it is. It is that time. Alabama fans, the team that you likely hate the most, the Auburn Tigers. We're playing them here in week 14. We're number 8 in the country. We need this win to go to the SEC championship first off. And second off, we need this win because fuck Auburn. Here in the Iron Bowl, there has pretty much been nothing to show for it. It's just been an absolute blowout. We're going to scramble out of the pocket with Drake Maye, pick up a few yards there. There's been really nothing to highlight. It's actually been the defense that's been dominating the most today and giving Drake Maye incredibly short fields to work with. As you can see, we've passed it 50 times on the day. Auburn just could not do anything to stop this Alabama offense. That is going to wrap up the regular season here. 61-28 victory over Auburn in the Iron Bowl. 35 for 53, 465 yards, 7 touchdowns, 1 interception. He didn't have any rushing touchdowns on the ground or anything like that. But Drake Maye absolutely dismantled Auburn. It is conference championship week, and we would be playing the Georgia Bulldogs here. But first, we got to check out the stats. How did we get here? 5,341 yards, 50 touchdowns, and 13 interceptions on a 62% completion percentage from Drake Maye. He picked up about 300 yards on the ground and 5 touchdowns as well. We're going to look at the playoff outlook. We're going to look at everything. Pretty much, this is a win and get in kind of a game right here. Going to the Heisman watch. It is going to be Drake Maye leading for the Heisman. Hopefully, Blake Corum doesn't win the Michigan has a super dominant offensive line and plays against subpar competition award. That just upset a lot of people. 1st and 10 right here, getting the football after Georgia went up by a score. We're going to try and air it out over the top, and that's going to be picked. That's not what we love to see. 1st and goal. We're trying to tie it up right here. We're going to run with Drake Maye. He's going to get into the end zone, and it is going to be a tie football game. Georgia is the first team where I can't just sit here and like sim the game. Like, I got to play because Georgia's good. They're not good at stopping Ja'Cory Brooks over the top. I'll tell you that much because Ja'Cory Brooks just got an open release over the top. Malachi Starks is chasing him, but it's just a little bit too late for Malachi Starks. Drake Maye hits Ja'Cory Brooks over the top right there. Breaking, well, we already had broken to his record. It doesn't matter. 1st and 10 right here. This Alabama defense has been Georgia defense has been absolutely ruthless, but so has ours. Jermaine Burton over the middle. That's going to extend the lead. Yeah, I've tossed 3 interceptions. Georgia, Malachi Starks has been a problem. I think he has all 3 of them. Going over the top right here. It's going to be in the hands of Jermaine Burton. That's going to be a 50-yard reception. It's starting to look good. The Alabama offense is starting to figure it out versus this ruthless Georgia defense. First and goal here, looking for anything to get open. And it is going to be Kendrick Law snatching it out of the air. And thank God he did, because I thought that was about to be my 4th interception of the game. Georgia made it super close in the end, but that knee right there is going to seal the ball game right here. Alabama over Georgia in the SEC championship. What a season and what a ride for Drake Maye and this just Alabama unit in general. After the clock officially hits all zeros, Alabama is your 2023 SEC champions. 21 for 37, 464, 4 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions on the day, with a rushing touchdown as well. The ground game was not rolling at all in this one. Georgia's run defense is just too stout to even be able to run the football, so there was just a lot of airing it out. Let's see who Alabama is going to match up with in the first round of the playoffs. There it is, 1,000% official. Drake Maye is your Heisman. We'll save it to the profile. This is a new profile, so I don't have all these, but Drake Maye is going to be your Heisman winner with over 5,300 yards, a ton of touchdowns. He had some interceptions, partially my fault. This is going to be how the playoff is looking. Number 1 team in the nation is going to be Utah. We've got Clemson in the 4 seed. We've got Wisconsin in the 3 after winning the Big Ten championship. And then Alabama at the number 2 seed. This should be a really interesting playoff. I don't think Wisconsin's up to the caliber to keep up with this Alabama team. Now, Utah and Clemson, they could have something to say about that. Probably not 2023 Clemson, but you get the point. Here we are in the playoffs. Alabama fans, are you happy to be back? You're going up against Wisconsin. What has Alabama played Wisconsin? I feel like this is a really just weird matchup that I don't know that I'm ever going to see. In conclusion, what did we learn, Wisconsin? You were not prepared for this stage. We're just going to add insult to the injury at this point. 400 passing yards pretty much on the day for Drake Maye. He's almost had a perfect day. He breaks the record for passing yards in a season with 6,200. Yeah, it's been quite a game. Alabama's moving on to the national championship. And your national championship matchup here in the rain is gonna be Utah, the number 1 defense in the nation, versus Alabama, the number 1 offense in the nation. Truly an incredible clash. Problem is, we didn't have a good defense all season. Utah has a top 5 offense as well as the best defense in the nation. I think we're in for a shit show. 1st and 10 right here. We are in the 4th quarter. It's looking like Alabama is going to be able to run away with this one against Utah, proving a theory that has lasted since the early ages of time, that defense wins championships. Not today, because Alabama doesn't do that anymore, and Utah does a whole lot of it, and it's looking like they are going to take an L here in the national championship game. Now, I mean, it's, 17 points? They could come back, but I'm going to chew the clock, and I'm not going to allow that. In my process of chewing the clock, I have decided to absolutely air it out. It's going to be Jermaine Burton over the top. It looked like he was running 1,000 miles an hour on that play. Dude has like 90 speed or something, but looked like the fastest man I've ever seen, and we are going to just air Utah out right there. And that is going to do it right there. Alabama with Drake Maye, your Heisman winner. Throws for 441 yards, 1 touchdown, which you guys saw. And then Jace McClellan, Drake Maye, and Roydell Williams brought it home on the ground game. Jermaine Burton had 198 yards receiving. It was just a dominating day by the Alabama offense. The defense was putting up some stuff as well. Just a good overall day here for Alabama. I know that's a statement that 99.9% of the country would hate to hear at any given moment, and I'm inclined to agree with you. But if you enjoyed this kind of video, let me know. Leave it down in the comment section below. If there's anything you'd like me to swap up when it comes to editing, things of that nature, what I should do differently, let me know. This is the first time I made one of these types of videos. I want to do more of these. If you have any suggestions on what we should do, maybe rebuilding a team, or what would happen if this player returned to college, like I put Joe Burrow on this team, or I put this guy on this team, and things like that, comment it down below. I'm always down. I'm always here for the suggestions. But either way, appreciate you guys watching. Like, subscribe, comment, help us fight the YouTube algorithm, and I'm out.